Hi everyone, before we get started with this video, I just wanted to make this little foreword to just say that this is the cattle battle for 2025. For those of you who are not familiar who may be watching this video, cattle battle is a special category for the competition Mead Stampede. I will link the website down below for that. It is a great beginner-friendly competition that happens every July. You should think about entering if you haven't already. This video was supposed to come out many months ago. I just didn't want you all to be confused. Anyway, on with the video. Hi everyone, welcome back to Faewood Mead, or welcome to Faewood Mead if you're new here. Welcome. Join us for cattle battle. So this year at Mead Stampede, the cattle battle was up to me to make. Garrett and BC, during one of their Homebrew Guys live streams, did like a little wheel spin, a little ingredient wheel spin, and came up with orange and cumin. Odd, but I would say the ingredient combo actually worked. I talked a bit about tasting other folks' cattle battles in my previous video. For my Mead Stampede review, you definitely need to be careful with your levels of cumin. It can totally overtake your mead. Watch out for that if you participated in this year's cattle battle, or if you just want to know how much spice I used. How I did it. Orange and cumin. Keep watching because I'm about to show you. First things first, I decided to use 2.5 pounds of a local Virginia Wildflower Honey, and after an initial shaking, I added 1.09 grams of OptiWhite. I added 0.36 grams Soft Blanc, which when used at the start of fermentation helps protect your mead against oxidation. And then, of course, I've got to get my Go Firm Protect mixing here, resting, mixing in some water. That will help my wine yeast develop and grow into healthy little budding yeast cells. And as you can see, I use D254 here. You don't have to do all of this, but it does help give your yeast a good start, and it'll help reduce the chances of any off flavors or stress. After some months, I take a look. Oh yes, wow, what do you know? 6 months later, it's at 1.00, and it's time to rack off that nice little Lisi pancake at the bottom. I add my stabilizer and my preservative. I crack open a fresh barrel of orange blossom honey here, because while I started on Wildflower, I definitely wanted to finish this mead with some orange blossom. And I added about 8.7 ounces. And then from here is where I decide to add my spice bag. So I've stabilized, I've added my honey, I've mixed it all up. Now it's time to rest those spices. So I used a 1/4 teaspoon of whole cumin and the fresh zest of 1 orange, which the zest imparted a ton of flavor. Definitely use a lot of zest. And I let that rest for a couple of days before I pulled it, and I bottled about a month later and ended at 11.3% ABV. All right, now that you've seen that, let's open this, shall we? I was pretty happy with how this came out. It has a nice aroma. On the nose is orange and cumin, but pretty balanced. Previously, to get orange flavor, I've only ever used like orange blossom honey and orange juice. I have used dried orange peel, like dried bitter orange, and that's really about it. I, for some unknown reason, have never thought to use fresh orange zest, and let me tell you, this is the way to go. Fresh orange zest is how you want to add orange to your mead, 100%. It's the best way to add orange. And the honey, of course. Orange blossom honey is great. It's a nice low level of cumin. It's not overpowering at all. I'd say the orange and the cumin, pretty well balanced. The finish is also not cumin. It's orange. Maybe a slight bitterness coming through, but it's not unpleasant. It's like really, really light. I think the amount of sweetness that I used was pretty good. There's just enough tannin in there. But you do just have this like fresh kind of sweet orange blended with this grounding cumin note. But like I said, the cumin's very, very light. I mean, not very, very light, but it is light. I could have taken the small amount of cumin that I used and crushed it slightly. I could actually see this having slightly more spice in it. I was apprehensive, I guess I could say, about how much spice I used. Okay, so here's the thing. You can always add more spice. You can't take it away. So if you're like, maybe this is too little or maybe this is too light, that's a safer way to go, because you can steep that bag for 3 days, 4 days, whatever, remove it, taste after, not right away. Do not taste right away, because if you taste right away, you're always going to pull more flavor. I feel like that's my experience is if you taste right away, you always get a heavier flavor than if you just let it sit for a little bit. Like pull it, let it sit for even like a day or two, whatever. Let it settle, taste again. And if it's too little spice, then add another bag. It's only been a couple days. It's fine. You're not going to destroy your mead. You know, I mean, especially if you do things in a very timely fashion. Don't let your mead sit forever like I definitely did. I let it sit forever. But regardless, adding a little bag of spice and orange zest didn't oxidize it or anything, wasn't in danger. So, I mean, would I sit and drink this mead? Maybe. Yeah. It's not a bad mead, to be honest. It'd be great to cook with. I think I might want it it's a little bit chilly in here. It's like cold. It's 64 in my shed. I keep it nice and cool for all my beverages. And my I've got a bunch of coriander drying over here, and then I've got a garlic braid behind the camera. You can't see. So it's chilly in here, but it's a good thing. I feel like I'd want this even chillier than 64 degrees. I think it was a little bit cool. Maybe even like sparkling would be kind of fun, but it is pleasant. It's a nice little beverage. Something to be wary of though, I talked about this in my video last week, is to just be wary of your spices, your ingredients that you use. So I found out the hard way that high amounts of cumin can actually be a stomach irritant, can make you sick. So if you did participate in Cattle Battle, be careful with how much cumin you used and how much of this mead you might be so inclined to drink, because it might make you feel not so great. Just an FYI. Something I wouldn't even think about, because I don't think that like the more common spices that we use, like cinnamon or nutmeg or, you know, any of those or any fruits or anything cause illness, will make you feel icky if you drink too much of it. I haven't gotten sick off mead ever. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Pretty simple, pretty quick and simple, you know? But it was fun. For Cattle Battle moving forward, we may use a different approach, a different method, I should say, to choosing our ingredients. As always, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to. I'd appreciate it. And I'll see you all next time, okay? Bye. Bye-bye.